Callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm your host, Russ Rhodes. Glad to be back in the chair here. So we're having open conversation. Feel free to give me a buzz at any time. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line is 724-438-4593. Again, open conversation. Looking forward to chatting with you. What's on Your Mind is brought to you by K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Hicks and Baugh's Drugstore, and Gary's Auto Sales. Couple things on my list. The mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, had a meeting with Tom Homan. He's got the borders are. I guess you could say he's kind of like second in command, if you will, after Kristi Noem, the Secretary of Homeland Security. In it, I guess they had a good meeting, according to reports, but it ended up with the mayor telling Tom Homan that, quote, Minneapolis does not and will not enforce federal immigration laws. So I got a question here for you. Bear with me. When he was elected to mayor, I think the first time he was elected was in 2024, and was reelected. I think he was first elected. I'm not sure their cycle, so 2020 or 2021, and he was reelected. 2024, 2025, right in that area. I'm not sure his election cycle, but he took an oath that was. It was adopted by City Council back in June of 2020. So this was adopted. I think he's just in his second term. I could be wrong. So if that's the case, this was adopted before he took office the first time. And this is the oath that he took. So you tell me if what he said, again, Minneapolis does not and will not enforce federal immigration laws. He says, I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution and laws of the state of Minnesota, and the charter and ordinances of the city of Minneapolis. Goes on to say that I shall, in recognition of my service as a peacekeeper, first do no harm, that I will uphold and safeguard the sanctity of life, and that I will shield and protect my community from those who would seek to cause harm, that I shall intervene in protest both verbally and physically if I witness anyone violating another's rights, that I recognize those I serve are members of the human family worthy of dignity and respect, and my term in office shall be guided by my love of service to the community and the grace of humanity. So that is the oath of office the mayor of Minneapolis takes, including Mayor Jacob Frey, who is up in Minneapolis now. So does his oath align with him saying Minneapolis does not, will not enforce federal immigration laws? You'll notice in the beginning, when he says he'll uphold the Constitution of the United States, he doesn't say anything about federal laws of the United States. The federal laws automatically fall under the U.S. Constitution? I don't know. I don't know what the legal argument is on that. So I want your interpretation, if you will. Give that to me. But certainly with everything else that he talked about in the oath of mayor of Minneapolis, okay, that aligns with what he said with Minneapolis does not and will not enforce federal immigration laws. So, that part of his oath, I think, mirrors that quote. But does that first paragraph go opposite that? So your take on that. We're going to stay up in Minnesota here. Representative Ilhan Omar had a town meeting last night where a member of the audience attacked her with some unknown chemical spray. His name is Anthony James Kazmarzik. He's been charged with third-degree assault. He does have a record for DUI, two arrests on that. As much as I dislike Ilhan Omar, or I should, actually, I've never met her. So she personally, I don't know her. So I can't say that I dislike her or that I like her. I don't like her policies. I don't like her rhetoric. Regardless, she was elected to her district. Being attacked is not acceptable. And actually, there's a bunch of Republicans, Capitol Hill, that agree with me on that and have spoken out on that. I'm not so sure I see that happening in reverse. But anyway, that's another conversation that, we can have that one as well. So, your thoughts there? Let me see here. We'll go to President Trump here. He's got a task force. The U.S. Lincoln Strike Force is on its way towards Iran, using it as leverage to get Iran to the negotiating table to once and for all get rid of their nuclear research and nuclear arms armament process. So your thoughts on that? Will it work? President Trump was in Iowa, might still be there, kicking off midterm campaigns for Congress, talking about the Republican job that's been done for the last year, the pluses and everything. On the way there, he stopped at a diner, and it could be any diner that we have in and around Uniontown and Fayette County. He stopped it there for during breakfast time, and one of the diners asked the president if he could pray for him. And the president said yes, and the gentleman did so in front of the diner, and everybody, it looks like, participated. If you had the chance, if you were sitting in a diner here in Fayette County someplace, and the president's motorcade stopped and in walks the president, if you had the opportunity, would you do the same? Would you say the same to the president? So just kind of curious on that. Hey, how'd you survive the snow? I was out of town. Didn't get back until late yesterday afternoon, but even though I escaped it here, I participated elsewhere in this storm. So how did you fare? Any regrets for staying at any pluses? Any loss of power, anything like that. How'd you fare this big snowstorm? And can you take solace in the fact that, well, we're not in an area that, right now anyway, is targeted by this big nor'easter that's supposed to be hitting this weekend? So Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, and Boston are just 4 of the major cities that are in the path of this nor'easter. So a bunch more snow is being dumped in those areas. Are you glad, or would you like to have round 2 of all this snow? Finally, some football. Bill Belichick did not make the Hall of Fame. It's the first year of eligibility, and he was not voted in. Some people are saying it's Spygate and Deflategate are possible reasons why he didn't make it this time. So what are your thoughts on Bill Belichick not making the Hall of Fame? And then the NFL Pro Bowl is coming up. And the Pro Bowl players, the All-Pros that have been named to it, a bunch of them are backing out, whether it's from injury or other circumstances. And so replacement players are being named. Shedeur Sanders of the Cleveland Browns was just named as a replacement All-Pro for their Pro Bowl game, which, by the way, really is, it's touch football or flag football they play anymore. Do you really, Shedeur Sanders making it? He didn't even play half a season. And he makes it? Is the Pro Bowl game a joke anymore? Should they just, name the players and say, hey, congratulations. If we had a real football game, you'd be playing in it, but we don't. And so do we just get rid of it altogether at this point in time? What do you think on this? To me, it's just, it's embarrassing. It really is. So those are kind of just the minor NFL news. The big one, Mike McCarthy being named the new head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So your thoughts on Mike McCarthy, Pittsburgh native from the Greenfield section of the city, the new head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's got advocates and opponents for him being named. Those against are saying, they only named him to try and get Aaron Rodgers for another year under center in a Steeler uniform. And those advocating for him that are in favor of it said, hey, he's got a record for developing young quarterbacks. And we've got Will Howard that's sitting on the sidelines. Maybe that's the reason there. So your thoughts on all of this, 724-438-4593. Again, that's the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. Give me a call. Both lines are open, and we'll start our conversations right after this.
Well, JJ, you know what they say?
You mean Happy New Year?
Nope, they say New Year, New Ears.
I honestly never heard anyone say that, ever.
Well, at Henry & Stewart Audiology, they are focused on helping their communities hear and live better, so New Year, New Ears.
I am pretty sure Dad is writing these commercials.
Also true.
Remember, in Uniontown, Carmichaels, and Connellsville, Henry & Stewart Audiology is here to help you hear the new year. Locally owned and operated since 1978. Contact us at 724-439-4380 today.
Take the backbone.
Caring for an aging parent or a loved one with medical needs? Fact. Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation can help. Seniors 65 and older ride free on our fixed routes. People with disabilities get discounted shared rides. And if your loved one has medical assistance, their trips to doctors or treatment are covered under the shared ride program. Give them safe, reliable independence and yourself peace of mind. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. Fact, your community, your connection.
Route 21 Furniture. Take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture. Take the road to your perfect home.
Well, much cooler temperatures are here, but you could still enjoy your deck or patio with retractable or fixed awnings from Lifetime Awnings. Made in the USA with manufacturer and customer guarantees, Lifetime Awnings products last. Lifetime Awnings is veteran-owned and operated with a 10% discount to all military veterans and their families. Call Lifetime Awnings 724-554-6067 for a no-cost or obligation home consultation. Or email John, the owner, at lifetimeawningsusa@gmail.com.
Now, you don't have to travel too far for medical marijuana products. Go to Local Leaf in Scottsdale for a wide variety of locally grown and locally sourced products, plus your questions answered on medical marijuana, qualifying medical conditions, or how to register for your medical card. Local Leaf by PHG off Route 119 in Scottsdale, 412-417-4964. Online at localleafpa.com. Local Leaf, your medical marijuana dispensary with locally grown and locally sourced products in Scottsdale. Ready to upgrade your home? At Ferris Carpet and Towel in Uniontown, you'll find premium flooring at prices that fit every budget. From plush carpet and durable vinyl to stunning hardwood tile and custom showers, Ferris has the styles and craftsmanship to bring your vision to life. Their expert team makes installation easy, fast, and done right the first time. Visit the showroom today and discover why homeowners have trusted Ferris for years. Ferris Carpet and Towel, quality you can stand on.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm your host, Russ Rhodes. It is open conversation today. Give me a buzz. Looking forward to chatting with you, whatever it may be about. So, it could be what I brought up, any of those topics there. Could be something else that you want to chat about, and that's fine by me as well. So, give me a call. Hey, we haven't gotten any word yet, so because of that, I'm free to tell you that in high school boys basketball, McKeesport is visiting Uniontown tonight. You'll be able to listen on radio for that, by the way, and on YouTube to watch the game. So 6:40, some pregame is starting. 7 o'clock is the tip-off. So as it stands now, that game is going to take place. If something changes, we'll be sure to let you know. All righty. So, okay. All right, Steeler football. Again, Mike McCarthy, the new head coach. Good pick, bad pick, choice, hire, whatever, term you want to, whatever verb you want to use there is fine by me. But are you happy over this? Just no, it's not what you were wanting. What do you think on that? Again, 724-438-4593. We've got the snow and the cold out there right now. According to the WMBS Weather Center, it's 14 degrees. Don't know what the forecast is moving forward. I haven't looked. I normally don't care. It is what it's gonna. It is what it is. What it's gonna be, and I just deal with it as the weather comes. I really don't look much at forecasts personally, so I don't know what is in our near future. I think more cold. So, how you doing on this? It is fun being outside. Snow's all nice and crunchy. Sebastian, my dog, it's not bothering him at all. I mean, he likes coming inside, which he is. But when we go outside to play, it doesn't bother him. He's just having a blast out there crunching through the snow. So anyway, there's always bright spots no matter what the weather brings us, right? So it looks like I have a caller working his way through the system. I just got to wait for it to start blinking, and they decided not to chat after all. So maybe they wanted some other kind of information. So both lines are open. Give me that call, 724-438-4593. So we're going to head back up to Minneapolis. There was another shooting over the weekend. Another protester was shot, lost his life. An ICE agent, well, they're constantly being attacked anyway, but one of them lost part of a finger. It was bitten off. Protesting is fine. I have no problems with protesting. We see it almost every weekend down here at Five Corners anymore. Hey, that's your right. Go to it. You don't have the right to prevent federal agents from doing their jobs. Whether you agree with that job or not, they're still doing a job that they've been ordered to do. You can't stop them. Why is it we've had so many other towns, so many other cities where ICE has gone to grab bad guys? And when I say bad guys, those that have been convicted of murder, assault, pedophilia, other sex crimes against women and young children. Why would you want to stop that? I don't understand. This hasn't taken place at least not to the extent as Minneapolis. Washington, D.C., New Orleans, L.A., San Francisco, all these other cities, we have not seen the level of protest that we are seeing in Minneapolis. Why? I don't, just for it makes no sense to me. It really what is the agenda for violence and protests? What is the agenda? Now, I don't know where this is going to go. Apparently, things are starting to calm down a little bit in Minneapolis. I don't know if Tom Homan, with Tom Homan being up in Minneapolis now, if the game plan is shifting. I don't know if ISIS, I haven't heard yet. But it does seem like things are quieting down a bit. The president also had a telephone conversation with the governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz. Apparently that conversation went very well. That's what both sides are reporting. The outcome of that, I don't know. I don't know if local and state police are starting to cooperate with ICE as far as apprehensions go, detaining those that are being arrested under other crimes or being released from custody in Minnesota after completion of crime. I don't know where things stand. That'd be a good thing. That'd be a good thing. And I think that's all that ICE is asking. Give us some cooperation. Help us here. And it also helps the city. So, I don't know. Well, I mean, obviously people and us, me, we're going to keep an eye. We're going to continue following, see where things stand, how this all plays out. But I don't know. Maybe you've got an insight that I don't. So give me a call on that. What's the end game for the violence that's taking place in these protests, which are illegal, hindering the job of a federal law enforcement officer? Is illegal, can be arrested. I like the fact that a bunch of them have descended on a hotel the other night where they thought ICE was staying, and a lot of the protesters were arrested because they've got outstanding warrants. Okay. Anyway, 724-438-4593. Both lines are still open. Looking forward to chatting with you. So give me that buzz. All righty. All right. The USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier and her strike group, her support ships, they're on their way to Iran to cruise around in the waters nearby. The president is using the Abraham Lincoln strike group as a message to Iran. It says, sit down to the table. Let's put an end to your nuclear program. We'll cut a deal. But if you don't want to come to the table and time's running out, well, just remember, I told you to cut a deal earlier and you didn't, and we bombed your nuclear facilities. So just keep that in mind. Is this going to work? Or are we going to see the Abraham Lincoln Strike Force put its might to use over Iran, picking out, select targets, putting additional pressure on the regime and the Ayatollahs out in Iran? So your thoughts there. So, all right, 724-438-4593. Also looking for you if you're having breakfast one morning at your local diner and President Trump walks in, and if you had the chance, would you ask if you could pray for him like a diner in Iowa did earlier today? So there's that. All right. What else can we chat about out there? So I've been out of town. I didn't get back here until, late afternoon yesterday, 4:30 or so. In Pennsylvania, the legislature a couple years ago voted for that schools could implement flex days, so to speak. And I think they were limited to 5 days, that 5 times during the year they could have remote learning. And it was designed for snow days. So Ken, I was out of town. I don't know. Did Uniontown, did any of the local school districts, Uniontown, Laurel Highlands, Connellsville, Albert Gallatin, Fraser, did any of those schools implement? Did they closed physical school and went to the virtual learning again on Monday or yesterday or even today for that matter? And for you parents, did the kids really log on? Did they? So the legislature passed this with snow days in mind so that technically, legally, it's credited as a school day. It goes towards the minimum number of days of school in a school year. Don't have to make up the day. Don't have to extend school for an extra few days at the end of the year because, you had these flex days. So, did the school districts implement that here? I don't know. I'm asking you. And if so, you parents, did it bring back nightmares of COVID? Of when everything and everybody was doing remote learning on their computer? We're finding out more and more how teaching failed us during COVID. And let me amend that. I don't mean teaching failed us. Teachers, they were in the same boat as us. Having to teach remotely, having to teach over a computer. You really don't have any control over the class at that point in time. So, but that was the system that was put in place, failed the kids. We're finding more and more research done in this area of our children across the country falling behind in their education, falling behind in English, in math. And it's attributed to the remote learning. So with these flex days, it's only 5 possible days throughout the year. Are you not worried about falling behind? You're not worried that, okay, yeah, it's just a day off. It's another Saturday, big deal. They'll catch up when they're back in school. Is that your train of thought? What's your train of thought when it comes to this? So I'm just curious. The numbers were, and I don't have that. I don't have the information in front of me. I can't quote you exact figures. But yes, the proficiency with which our kids learned English and math dropped a lot during COVID, during remote learning. So with this flex, is there any worry that there will be some backsliding in the progress that our kids are making in school? What do you think on that one? So we've got all kinds of subjects that we can chat about. And how about, here's a little fun. Here's a fun question we can go with. During this most recent storm over the weekend, how much were you stuck at home? Whether it's because you literally were stuck at home or you voluntarily stayed indoors and didn't go anyplace. What do you do to pass the time? Is it all TV? Did you read a book that you've been meaning to read for some time? Did you sit down and board games? Whether, I don't know, Monopoly, Clue, Uno, whatever, card games. Did you pull out a bunch of games that have been tucked away in your closet for months and maybe probably even years to help pass the time on that? So let me know on that as well. Hey, we're going to take a quick little break, though, so both lines are open. No waiting. Give me a buzz, and we'll chat right after this.
This Catholic Schools Week announcement is being brought to you by the Uniontown Printing Press, offering custom apparel, signs, t-shirts, hoodies, banners, and custom t-shirts. Check out their website at uniontownprints.com. That's uniontownprints.com, the Uniontown Printing Press, wishing all of our local Catholic school students, teachers, and staff the best during Catholic Schools Week.
Hello, this is Mr. John's 5th grade class from St. John the Evangelist School.
Join us on January 25th for our open house to see what we're all about.
Halls of glory travel through the years, life everlasting in you, memories to last a lifetime, united in blue and gold, and as the eagle soars in open skies, we ask you, Lord, to hear our cry. St. John's cry forevermore, and faith in your loving providence, Almighty Lord.
This Catholic Schools Week message has been brought to you by the Uniontown Printing Press, offering custom apparel, signs, t-shirts, hoodies, banners, and custom t-shirts. Check out their website at uniontownprints.com, the Uniontown Printing Press, wishing all the Catholic school students, teachers, and staff the best during Catholic Schools Week.
There's only one best lunch spot in Uniontown. Titlo Tavern and Grill on West Main Street, serving 8-ounce Reubens, foot-long cheesesteaks and subs, half-pound handmade burgers, plus pizza, calzones, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads like Greek, antipasto, salmon, steak, and chicken. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday till 10, Saturday 2 to 10. Dinner and happy hour specials nightly, and private parties are welcome. Call 724-437-6749. Titlo Tavern and Grill.
A brand new year is here. Why not start it in a home that feels just right? Economy Furnace Company is kicking off the season with our New Year Comfort event. Whether your system struggled through the holidays, or your energy bills went up, or you're ready for fresher air and a more efficient home, Economy Furnace has you covered. This January, enjoy exclusive New Year savings on high-efficiency heating and cooling systems, smart thermostats, and indoor air quality upgrades for year-long comfort. Economy Furnace partners with Amana, offering access to reliable, energy-efficient HVAC solutions backed by exceptional product warranties, innovative technology, and a trusted reputation. Economy Furnace certified technicians make the process easy, from free estimates to fast, reliable installation. Start the year off right, in comfort. Call Economy Furnace Company at 724-438-4575 to schedule your New Year tune-up or upgrade. New year, new comfort, same trusted service. Economy Furnace Company. Your comfort is our commitment.
For economy, price, and quality service, call Economy Furnace.
Looking to update your home? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We specialize in kitchen and bathroom remodels that transform your space from outdated to outstanding. Our designers work with you to create the look you've always wanted, with custom cabinetry, countertops, and flooring options to fit your style and budget. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to plan your dream kitchen or bath. Koval Building Supply. Everything you need to make your house feel like home.
This is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. It's Open Conversation, 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hey, Russ, I hope you had good reason to leave us yesterday. We missed you.
Well, I took off Friday, actually. So, yeah,
Oh, okay.
had some business to do and visiting family there, Regina.
Good for you. That's good news. So you weren't stuck in any storms because you already probably where you needed to be, right?
That's right. That's right.
Good. Sounds logical to me.
Absolutely.
Okay, yesterday, I don't want to be a little complainer, but that lady that came on from Commonwealth Foundation, I'm going to say...
Have no clue, but...
Well, that was on with the host that took over for you.
Okay.
And it was a lady, and she was so different than what I'm used to with the Commonwealth Foundation. I'm used to people like Nathan Benefield. I think that's how you say his name, and he's very, very structured on, like, the details of, the economy, and she was saying something about, well, I guess the Republicans have decided that they need to start pleasing the Democrats because they're in majority in the House. Well, that's just a bunch of baloney because some of them are in majority because they didn't follow the rules of that mail-in balloting, and that got them started and in there, and they have mucho money from these different organizations that are so pro-liberal that I just surprised me. I thought, what happened to Nathan Benefield? Maybe if you can get a heads up to him, he's in the station. I just like to tell him, try to get, somebody that actually structured in the cost of government, not just, let's go along to get along. What do you think of this whole thing with Trump? Like he's sort of softening a little bit on this thing in
up in Minnesota. Well, I mean, okay, I'm going to say politics are getting involved here. The optics are not good. We're heading into the midterms here. So, yeah, it's political reasons. It's as you said, softening, and I think that's where we're coming from. But also, if it works to bring down the violence, if he can get some kind of cooperation, some kind of an agreement to move forward, okay, then good.
Well, that guy that he Tardiva or whatever that quit or he's fired or whatever. Concerned about that guy. Does that mean he's not going to get a job somewhere else? Is he still in ICE?
Yeah, I don't. You mean the head up there? I think he's still employed. He's just been moved to elsewhere. Hey, Regina, I got another caller. I want to get them squeezed in here before we got to head to the news, if that's all right. I'll talk to you. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, Russ, welcome back.
Hey, thanks.
The cover-up and the census.
Okay.
That's why we're seeing the giant push back, the paid agitators, the people willing to risk their lives, doing things doing things a mother normally wouldn't do. Mm-hmm. Hey, drop your kid off at work and go down to the Giant Eagle. Drop your kid off at work and go to the Target, or drop your kid off at school and go protest against law enforcement. It's too much. It's ginned up. We heard the term useful idiots all of our lives, and sadly these people died because that's what they were doing. Mm-hmm. This right again, the guy's Mother Teresa, because he's an ICU nurse at the VA, he's the salt of the earth. Well, why do you have a broken rib from last week fighting with ICE officers and then come back with what the left would normally point out is horrific? He had a semi-automatic weapon and 2 high-capacity magazines. I carry a lot, Russ. Mm-hmm. Not all the time. Yeah. Because some places you don't do it, right? And I've never carried an extra magazine.
Okay. And Jake, I got to run. We've got CBS News. We'll talk again soon.
Thanks,
hey, CBS News is next. This is WMBS Uniontown at the Tone. It is 2:00.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. The FBI executes a search warrant at the Fulton County Elections Office near Atlanta. CBS's Stacey Lynn.
According to an FBI spokesperson, the search is being conducted at the county's main elections facility in Union City. Officials declined to provide further details, citing an ongoing investigation. The search comes amid renewed federal scrutiny of Fulton County's handling of the 2020 election, a longtime focus of President Trump, who continues to make claims the election was stolen.
The man who rushed Minnesota Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar and sprayed her with an unknown liquid during a town hall last night has been booked into the Hennepin County Jail on suspicion of third-degree assault. CBS's Ian Lee says before the man attacked the Congresswoman had been calling for ICE to be abolished and for DHS Secretary Kristi Noem to resign.
Representative Omar posted on X that I'm okay, I'm a survivor, so this small agitator isn't going to intimidate me from doing my work. I don't let bullies win. Grateful to my incredible constituents who rallied behind me. Minnesota strong. She spoke for 30 minutes after that attack.
Some 382,000 customers from Texas to Kentucky are still without power after the latest winter blast. CBS's Katie Weiss is at the Ole Miss campus in Mississippi.
Even though there was some sunshine yesterday, the ice is still very thick. Now, this morning, we counted dozens of students and members of the Oxford community that were still sleeping in the student union to stay warm because they're still without power.
President Trump officially unveils his Trump accounts to create savings plans for America's children.
President Trump says these Trump accounts will be funded with seed money administered by the Department of the Treasury.
We'll fund those personal accounts with a seed contribution of $1,000, which will compound and grow over the course of their lives.
Parents, employers, and others can contribute money to these accounts, creating a nest egg.
We'll ensure that Americans don't just end their lives with a nest egg, but instead all Americans will begin their lives with a beautiful nest egg.
And, says the president, it will give these children an early chance at realizing the American dream. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
The annual State of Tobacco Control report says that cuts to tobacco prevention efforts nationwide could lead to more deaths. Thomas Carr with the American Lung Association.
In 2025, the federal tobacco control landscape fundamentally changed, with CDC's Office on Smoking and Health being virtually eliminated and FDA's Center for Tobacco Products experiencing significant staffing cuts.
And just in, the Federal Reserve has decided to keep the short-term interest rate unchanged after 3 cuts last year. Stocks right now are mixed on Wall Street. The Dow is down 25 points. This is CBS News.
Follow and listen to CBS News Roundup on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Main Street Theater Company proudly presents Grease on stage at the State Theater January 30th and 31st at 7 p.m. and February 1st at 2. Follow the journey of Danny and Sandy, the Pink Ladies, and the Burger Palace Boys in one of the world's most popular and enduring musicals, with an unforgettable soundtrack featuring hit songs like Greased Lightning, Hopelessly Devoted to You, You're the One That I Want, and more. For tickets, call 724-439-1360 or online at statetheater.info.
Ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plans perfect for game day parties to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51.
Rescuers in Texas are busy saving turtles along the Gulf Coast after this week's blast of winter weather.
The Texas State Aquarium Wildlife Rescue Center estimates hundreds, maybe thousands of cold-stunned green sea turtles are washing ashore after the massive winter storm turned the temperature way down in Gulf waters. President Jesse Gilbert.
This is where we take the turtles when they're warming up. Once the animal becomes responsive enough, what we're watching for is, can the animal breathe, and can it make that conscious decision to pop its head up, catch a breath?
He says the frigid waters left many sea turtles in a coma-like state floating on the surface of the water. That leaves them vulnerable to predators and passing boats. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Sarah Mullally, a cancer nurse turned cleric, is confirmed as Archbishop of Canterbury, becoming the first woman to lead the Church of England. The worldwide Anglican Communion has no formal head, but the Archbishop traditionally has been seen as its spiritual leader. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news.
Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
And good afternoon. It is 2:05. It is cloudy and 14 outside of the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Injured call today for your free consultation, 724-437-2799. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. Sports and weather follow the news. We start with the school closings and delays. They continue to come in. Most of these are for tomorrow and Friday. First of all, we'll start with ones just for tomorrow. A 2-hour delay tomorrow only for Monessen, and closed tomorrow is Beth Center. All of these schools will be on remote learning Thursday and Friday. Albert Gallatin, Bell Vernon, Bentworth, Charleroi, Connellsville, Hempfield area, Monongalia County schools in West Virginia, Mount Pleasant area, Uniontown, and York. Those schools all on remote learning on Thursday and Friday. Actually, Monongalia is only tomorrow. We'll continue to update the list, and a list is now posted on our WMBS Facebook page, and that will be updated as we move through the rest of the day. Peters Township supervisors approved a 5-year contract with AHN Cannonsburg Ambulance to provide emergency medical services after the township's longtime volunteer EMS will cease operations on April 20th. The agreement, passed 6-1, ensures that 2 ambulances will be stationed in the township around the clock and includes the township paying subscription fees for senior citizens for the first 3 years. Officials said that the current ambulance staff will be offered interviews with the new provider and emphasized a smooth transition while acknowledging appreciation for the VFW's decades of service. A new Pennsylvania law intended to keep unregulated vape products away from children may not be very effective because of loopholes, limited funding for enforcement, and unclear public health support. Act 57 requires manufacturers to register with the state and show they are authorized by the FDA, but experts say these registry rules are untested and could still allow many products on the market. Critics argue that without stronger measures like a flavor ban and more robust enforcement resources, the law might not significantly reduce youth vaping and could even push consumers toward unregulated black market products. Pennsylvania is one of the most populous states in the country. That's according to the latest data from the U.S. Census Bureau, which was released this week. Between July of 2024 and July of 2025, Pennsylvania grew to being the 5th most populated state with more than 13 million residents. On the national level, the U.S. saw its slowest population growth since the COVID-19 pandemic. Super Bowl 60 could become the site of ICE enforcement operations as there will be a visible presence around Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Here's Mark Mayfield with more.
The Department of Homeland Security told TMZ Sports the agency is committed to working with our local and federal partners to ensure the Super Bowl is safe for everyone involved. DHS officials have previously indicated that enforcement is a directive from the president and will not be paused for the Super Bowl. President Trump recently said he will not be attending this year's game. He has also been critical of the selection of Puerto Rican artist Bad Bunny as the halftime show performer. I'm Mark Mayfield.
WMBS Times 209, sports and weather after this.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette's Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
Be prepared for bone-chilling winter weather. Have Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning install a Bryant high-efficiency furnace in your home to replace that old worn-out system you now have. Choose Bryant's Plus 90 gas furnace or other quality heating system to keep yourself and your family warm and toasty this winter. Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning will also keep your present furnace running at peak efficiency with their 15-point safety check and cleaning. Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning today for your appointment. 724-439-2323. That's Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, tonight's the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS. McKeesport will be at Uniontown. We'll have the game on the radio as well as on our YouTube page. It starts with the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame at 6:40, and the game will tip off at 7. Also today, ESPN is reporting that the Cleveland Browns will name Todd Monken as their next head coach. He was the Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator the past 3 seasons and previously worked as the Browns offensive coordinator. Cloudy the rest of the afternoon, 16 will be the high. The cold weather advisory starts at 7 tonight and will go through 11 tomorrow morning. It'll be cloudy tonight, maybe a snow shower flurry. 4 above will be the low, and cloudy and 17 tomorrow. Right now, it is partly sunny. It's not warming things up. It's only 14 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at 2:11 on this Wednesday. I'm TJ DeStefano. Up next, it's hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes here on WMBS.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
You may have noticed a new internet company knocking at your door with claims like, "I'm not here to sell you anything," or "I wouldn't lie to you." The truth is, Armstrong has played an important role in your community for decades, and we're not going anywhere. That new internet provider will probably change their name, get bought out by another company, or fold completely. Armstrong, the internet you count on, the people you trust. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com today or anytime in the future.
If you are looking for a trusted local law firm with a strong commitment to their clients, look no further than Zebley Law Offices. Attorney Zebley has been practicing law in Fayette County for more than 4 decades. Although specializing in bankruptcy, Zebley also handles real estate matters, civil suits, collections, wills, powers of attorney, and more. If you need legal help, go with a name you recognize and trust. Call Zebley Law Offices today at 724-439-9200.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility combined with our personalized approach is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Chesler's Fine Furniture is having a floor sample bedroom suit blowout. That's right, prices on all bedroom suits in stock have been drastically reduced. Stop in and take advantage of top quality suits available at low prices and ready for immediate delivery. Select from a wide variety of styles, finishes, and name brands, including Von Bassett, Riverside, AWF, and Pulaski. Here is a sample of the savings you'll get. A Von Bassett 4-piece set in cherry solids and cherry veneers with a rustic finish on all drawer fronts. The bed is Amish styled with clean lines and simple angles. Price was $49.99.95, now is $36.99. If you want a rustic 4-piece set, select a honey pine finish group that was $35.99.95 and is now $25.99. A nice starter 3-piece group is sale priced at just $12.99. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 in Uniontown, where customers send their friends.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm your host, Russ Rhodes. It is open conversation this hour. We're going to continue with that. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. Give me a buzz. Want to chat with you. Want to hear what's on your mind. What's on Your Mind brought to you by Gary's Auto Sales, Hicks & Buzz Drugstore, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, and K2 Engineering. All right. Just to go back over my list here real quickly, as we have a caller waiting online already. Bill Belichick did not make the Hall of Fame this year. So some people are blaming Deflategate and Spygate on his not getting in. Shadur Sanders has been named as an alternate on the Pro Bowl for the Pro Bowl game, which is actually a flag football game now. Your opinions on that? President Trump stops at a diner in Iowa this morning. One of the diners asked if he could pray for him, and Donald Trump, the president, said absolutely. There is a nor'easter expected to hit the East Coast this weekend. We are not in its crosshairs as of now. Anyway, the USS Lincoln aircraft carrier and its strike force is on their way towards Iran in a political game of made you blink. Mike McCarthy named as the new head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Your thoughts? Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota was attacked at a town hall last night. A member of the audience approached her and sprayed an unknown chemical in her face. The gentleman was arrested, charged with third-degree assault. Republicans in both the House and the Senate are lambasting the actions taken by this man and coming to Omar's defense. Mayor Jacob Fry of Minnesota has said that Minneapolis does not and will not enforce federal immigration laws. So those are my topics. Love to hear from you. Give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Well, I don't know about President Trump, but the weather's on my prayer list.
How you doing, Franklin?
Oh, surviving and thriving. How about yourself?
Doing great.
Yes?
Doing great.
What do you think the outcome will be with the fleet heading towards Iran?
Just going from past history,
Yes.
Iran's not going to do anything. They're not going to make any other overtures as far as coming to the peace tale, and that the president is going to bomb some kind of military facility as a result, which then may bring Iran to the table. So I'm kind of looking for history to repeat itself.
Well, I don't know what would be negotiated at the table. I think he's really angling for regime change.
Well, there's that.
I mean, this is a revolt in progress, and obviously he's not going to bring the Ayatollah to New York to put him on trial.
Right.
I think the wild card in it all that no one's paying attention to are the Houthi rebels in Yemen. And the reason President Trump has taken a softer approach with Iran until these civil riots was he's afraid that the Straits of Hormuz will be closed. Now, that's the passage on the southern end of the Red Sea between Yemen, where the Houthis are, and Iran. It's a 22-mile stretch, about the size of the Channel, the English Channel. And you shut that down, and no oil leaves the peninsula through the Indian Ocean to India and China, which is where most of the oil and natural gas is going, from Qatar and the Emirates and Saudi Arabia and Kuwait, of course. That's what he was afraid of. So I don't know how the Houthis are going to react. And both countries are at least as advanced as we are in drone warfare. So it could turn into some real fireworks over there. I do expect some surgical strikes from our Air Force, but I think it's going to be worse than anyone presently expects.
Okay.
Now, you were asking about Minnesota, and of course I had the great privilege, really, of knowing Eugene McCarthy, the senator who led the peace campaign in the 60s, who was from Minnesota, not to be confused with Joe McCarthy, the commie baiter from Wisconsin, the Republican. But Gene was a member, not of the Democrat Party, but the DFL. If you'll notice, the Minnesota Democrat Party is the Democrat Farm Labor Party. And it's a very different wing of the Democrat Party. It's independent somewhat. In the early days, Minnesota, of course, was settled by a lot of people from Northern Europe, Finnish people, Swedes, Germans, who came from backgrounds where you helped your neighbor out in communes. This is why when Tim Walz said, socialism is just helping your neighbor, in Minnesota, that's what it means, okay? They had communes. A lot of Jewish people settled there from Russia in what they called missions. These were communities of self-help. And this was both Minnesota and Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, they formed their own progressive party with Bob La Follette back in the 20s, and even voted electorally against Calvin Coolidge. Minnesota and Wisconsin cast their electoral votes. They had majorities for Bob La Follette, the progressive candidate, against Calvin Coolidge and the Democrat Davis. So it's a very different tradition. They had elements of communism in the parties, and Gene McCarthy and Hubert Humphrey cleaned them out and merged the farmers and the labor people with the Democrats, hence the DFL, the Democrat Farm Labor. So Minnesota has a very different, we'll say, attitude towards politics. They'll elect someone like Jesse Ventura, okay,
right,
who's not mainstream, and consequently, these protests would be full-blown riots if the weather was different. Unfortunately, they've let in the Somalis who come not from a tradition of helping a community, but Somalia is an extremely corrupt country. And so now you have that element there, and of course Congressman Omar. We've had to recruit, when I say we, the ICE has had to recruit a lot of people who probably shouldn't be policing, and they have paramilitary force, and it's very unfortunate. I consider these two murders, I consider Goods a case of manslaughter because she was fleeing. She did hit him with her bumper. The man who shot her through the windshield. They were taunting. He was ordering her to get out of the car, but she wasn't trying to ram him. They were, however, taunting and blocking the street, so she should not have been killed. But it's, not first-degree murder. I think in the case of the man who was killed recently, Peretti, was that his name? The nurse,
close anyway, yeah.
Yeah, he was armed. He wasn't brandishing. He had a camera. He was being aggressive, but did he need to be killed? No. And I think the president's right to bring Holman from the border and give a timeout to now her name slips my mind.
Noem, Kristi Noem.
Yeah, Kristi Noem. Give her a little timeout. And Holman, was appointed by President Obama.
Sure, he was decorated by President Obama as well.
And President Obama actually did a very good job with the border until the Dreamers. When the Dreamers gang rushed the border, he didn't know what to do. And those kids were, emancipated courtesy of the U.S. taxpayer. And, that will never be fully resolved. They'll just simply, become de facto citizens. But this was the beginning of the breakdown of the border. Holman is a very intelligent, fair-minded man. And he has the background that Kristi Noem doesn't. When you deputize, and really this is what ICE has become, it's a deputy almost organization. You deputize people like that. I mean, we're doing what? Deporting millions.
Yeah.
Terrible things are going to happen. And Minnesota has this very liberal attitude towards civil disobedience, and it's a good one. I think in some cases there should be protests. I don't think they should be violent, and certainly we shouldn't go back to the George Floyd days.
Yeah, well, I don't think anybody is trying to deny their right to protest. It's the violence and it's the impeding that is where things are getting dicey.
But remember, ICE is a paramilitary organization with special powers, and when you deputize that many people, and in fact that's what many of them are, you're going to have trigger-happy people. You're going to have people who panic. It's dirty, ugly work. But people, citizens like that shouldn't be shot. I mean, maybe arrested, but they shouldn't be killed. And I consider it a case of manslaughter, and in the case of Peretti, probably second-degree murder. But,
okay. All right.
So that's my opinion on that situation.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Anything else, Frank?
Yes, I'm also praying that our congressman visits Fayette County when he runs for re-election.
Well, it's an election year, so he'll make the rounds.
Will he make the rounds, or will he make an appearance?
Well, yeah, there's that, too.
We seem to have just been among the abandoned and forgotten. I used to write for the Tribune Review, and Austin Murphy never missed a public gathering, if he could help it. Frank Mascara, another hands-on people person. And this guy, I can't even remember his name.
The Guy Reschenthaler. So now one thing I'll say. Now, his predecessor, Congressman Bill Schuster, was the depending on who was in power, he was the chairman or I forget the term now for the
Transportation Committee.
He was either the chairman or if the Republicans are in the minority, he was, I forget the term now. Anyway, he was very powerful, and he made it a point. He was here quite frequently. He was accessible. You can meet him. Guy Reschenthaler. Now, he's not the head of any committee, but he is in the upper management, if you will, of the Republican Congress. He's the second whip. I forget his exact job title. So I don't know if that job takes more time than being a chairman of a major committee. I not that I'm trying to defend him. I think he needs to make the time to get into his district and make himself accessible. He doesn't. I'm just trying to wonder how much his job within the Republican caucus, how time-consuming that is. Does he get the chance to get away from D.C. as much as everybody else?
Well, I don't think it's nearly as consuming. For heaven's sakes, Jack Murtha was the head of the Armed Service Committee during the Gulf War.
Mm-hmm.
Look what he did for Fayette County.
Right.
He filled up our industrial park out there. He brought the Bradley fighting machines to the industrial park out in North Union Township there across from Penn State.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he was up in age. Certainly this guy could serve the area better, but his constituency is in Somerset. But he doesn't even make appearances there. And I know his aides, when I was a member of the chamber, they used to schedule a public meeting at the chamber, which would be in the basement. I'd go down and listen to them talk about where they were going to eat lunch.
Mm-hmm.
They were two children, really not, entry-level jobs. They would talk about where they bought their clothes, where they were going to eat lunch, and I used to think, this is a joke.
Yeah.
They're in the basement of the Chamber of Commerce. Nobody cared or knew.
Mm-hmm.
They're not serving the people.
No.
He's not done anything for us.
No.
And as you know, I'm a Democrat, and I hope some of our Republicans will wake up around here. You have to excuse me. I'm making a late lunch. If you hear something sizzling, that's not my temper.
Yeah, I mean, Senator Toomey, he even made it here a couple times a year. At least once a year when he was senator, and he covers the whole state, 67 counties, and he still makes the time to come to Fayette County for a couple days.
John Hines used to have big meetings at the library.
Mm-hmm.
It would be packed, and our other senator, he was a two-termer. I can't think. I didn't care much for him. The guy replaced Harris Wofford. He was a Republican. He's still active.
Santorum.
Santorum, yes. I met him at the library a couple of times. And, very open, hands-on, took questions.
Yeah.
Where, this congressman, honestly, he's a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just call him Congressman Ghost from here on.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. I've said the same thing. He needs to be here, and for whatever reason, he feels he doesn't have to.
Yeah. It's districted in his favor to the point where
he doesn't have to. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just considers Fayette County to be
a gimme. It's a given.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need us because the farm vote up in Somerset will go his way.
Yeah. Oh. Okie dokie. All right, Franklin.
Good talking to you.
Yes,
Glad
sir.
you're back.
Yep. Thanks. You have a great evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, got to take a quick little break, but both lines are open. So give me a call. No waiting. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593.
Well, JJ, you know what they say?
You mean Happy New Year?
Nope, they say New Year, New Ears.
I honestly never heard anyone say that, ever.
Well, at Henry & Stewart Audiology, they are focused on helping their communities hear and live better, so New Year, New Ears.
I am pretty sure Dad is writing these commercials.
Also true.
Remember, in Uniontown, Carmichaels, and Connellsville, Henry & Stewart Audiology is here to help you hear the new year. Locally owned and operated since 1978. Contact us at 724-439-4380 today.
A brand new year is here. Why not start it in a home that feels just right? Economy Furnace Company is kicking off the season with our New Year Comfort event. Whether your system struggled through the holidays, or your energy bills went up, or you're ready for fresher air and a more efficient home, Economy Furnace has you covered. This January, enjoy exclusive New Year savings on high-efficiency heating and cooling systems, smart thermostats, and indoor air quality upgrades for year-long comfort. Economy Furnace partners with Amana, offering access to reliable, energy-efficient HVAC solutions backed by exceptional product warranties, innovative technology, and a trusted reputation. Economy Furnace certified technicians make the process easy, from free estimates to fast, reliable installation. Start the year off right, in comfort. Call Economy Furnace Company at 724-438-4575 to schedule your New Year tune-up or upgrade. New year, new comfort, same trusted service. Economy Furnace Company. Your comfort is our commitment.
For economy, price, and quality service, call Economy Furnace.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for voting us Best of Fayette 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall.
The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet.
Hope to see you soon.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Having Hicks and Buzz Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller gladly answer healthcare questions and take care of your prescription needs. Hicks and Buzz also offers free prescription delivery, mail-out service for snowbirds, and dependable courteous service, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Hicks and Buzz Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street, phone 724-437-2828. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday at Hicks and Buzz Drugstore of Uniontown.
Experiencing symptoms of COPD? Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale has been selected to conduct a clinical research study, and participants are needed. All study-related care will be provided at no cost, and no health insurance is required. Compensation up to $2,200 for qualified participants for time and travel. To learn more, call Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281. That's Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm your host, Russ Rhodes. It is Open Conversation. Give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. What else you want to chat about out there? You looking forward to the Super Bowl now? New England Patriots going up against the Seattle Seahawks. New England course, for a couple years, past 2 years, they were what? 3-win teams? 4-win teams? And bring in a new coach this year. So they go from, what was it? 3-14, 4-13, something like that, to one victory away from winning the Super Bowl. So who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl? There's also the question, the president has said he's not going to attend the Super Bowl. One of the reasons is the halftime entertainment. So there is a alternate halftime show that's being organized and will be broadcast on another station. If you watch the Super Bowl, are you going to tune out the Super Bowl halftime show and tune in the alternative show? What do you think on that? 724-438-4593.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yes, sir.
Fred.
Hey, Fred.
Am I coming in loud and clear?
Yes, you are. There's no beeping right now. What'd you do?
Okay, I don't know. Nothing different.
Okay.
Hey, explain to me why we have a criminal arresting criminals.
We don't.
You know what I'm talking
We
about?
don't. We don't have a criminal arresting criminals. What do you mean?
Tom Homan.
I don't know what his background is, so I can't comment on that.
You never heard about him accepting that $50,000 from an FBI agent?
No, I have not.
You what?
I have not. I'm sorry, Fred.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I don't even want to talk to you.
Okay, goodbye then.
All right. I'm sorry. You know what? I have not heard that. I have not heard that. I'm going to Google it right now. And Fred said he didn't want to talk to me, so I obliged him and I hung up. We'll find out. We'll find. Maybe it's true. I don't know what and I don't know what the circumstances are behind that. If that's the case, and we'll see. Anyway, both lines are now open, so give me a buzz. 724-438-4593. Okay, give me a. I'm almost there. I'm typing very slowly here. We'll see what this come him. Okay. I'm reading about this as we go along. This is an AI summary. Okay, so Tom Homan, because that's what I put in. Tom Homan, $50,000 refers to an alleged September 2024 FBI sting, where former Trump official Tom Homan was recorded accepting $50,000 cash from undercover agents posing as businessmen seeking future government contracts, an investigation that was closed by the Trump administration, leading to ongoing questions about potential bribery, ethics, and his financial disclosures. While Homan denies taking a bribe, claiming entrapment and recusal, Democrats have demanded the release of recordings and an investigation into the matter, with scrutiny focusing on why the investigation was dropped and the money's whereabouts. So, all right, there's still a lot of questions to go there. So, okay, I'm a little bit up to speed anyway, and that's, I guess, what Fred was referring to.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yeah, Mark.
Oh, I'm sitting here at half the table. I think Frank's just about done with cooking his lunch. I'm here having a glass of wine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just calling up for some good news.
I'm gonna guess, Mark, you're not an adherent to dry January. You're not a proponent to dry January.
No, not unless I get orders from my doctor.
Okay, all right, okay. Okay.
But I do have a little bit of good news, Russ.
Yeah.
I have an old UMW account here, and on every day, I have what the average daily high is and the average daily low.
Okay.
Okay, today's the 28th.
Yeah.
Daily high 36, daily low 21.
Uh-huh.
But starting tomorrow, the daily high is going to be 37.
Okay.
It goes up 1 degree, so I hope that makes everybody feel better.
And that's the average, correct?
Correct. That's the average daily high, and the average daily low is 21.
And how many years, Mark, does that average encompass?
I guess goes back. Maybe 150 years when they start keeping the data.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing the 14 degrees of today puts a big dent in that average.
Oh yeah, it sure does. Yeah. Hey, Russ, I bought it about 10 years, but I have a weather station on top of my utility shed. And I tell you what, I love it in the wintertime when it gets cold and the wind's blowing. It lets you know what the wind chill factor is outside.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Also, we were talking about, I guess our local official, Guy Resensall.
Yes.
Russ, it must have been about, oh my God, must have been, 40 years ago. But I was at a spaghetti dinner at a volunteer fire company, and he showed up.
Who did?
And I his name was it Austin?
Oh, Austin Murphy.
He was like
Okay.
about 40 years ago. I guess he was in the military, and he was a tall fellow. But I can't get over how he started having a little debate. Right? I guess somebody kind of asked him a question. He started having a debate right in the middle of the hall, in front of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But he was just there to have a spaghetti dinner. But somebody sort of like not cornered him, but kind of asked him a question in front of everybody. Boy, he started defending his own. Kind of had a debate with the guy right in front of the hall, in front of everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. And see, what else can I say? Hey, today's the 40th anniversary of the explosion of the Space Shuttle Challenger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll let you know about it.
Okay. All righty.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. That's all I got for today.
All right, Mark. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it.
Right. Bye-bye.
Hello. Welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello. Is that me?
That's you.
Okay. It's Jay.
Hey, Jay.
I heard people say the guy, Freddie, was armed, and he had 2 magazines. What's against the law with that?
Nothing. Apparently, he was licensed as well.
Well, I'm going to say this. At a protest at the Michigan State Capitol, and I'll post pictures if you need. I can screenshot them. It's real easy. Put them on WMBS Facebook page. There are armed protesters with military-style weaponry, and I heard the MAGA crowd support that, and I do too, because, D.C. versus Hellerman, Catano versus Massachusetts, and if you really want to go back, James Madison, who was actually a Federalist, wrote in Federalist number 46 that the citizens had a right to arm themselves against a federal army, a federal militia. So I don't know where these people, these neoconservatives, are coming from, saying that the man was, the guy called in earlier said, well, he shouldn't have had 2 magazines. I carry all the time. I walk my dog. I carry my gun. And one thing I've learned long before I went into the military, my grandpap taught me well. He said, the worst thing you can do is not have enough ammunition. So I think some people, you cannot say, well, I like it this way at this time, but in another time, no, we can't have this guy being armed. Now you cannot play both sides.
No, I agree. I think, Jay, I think what they're talking about here, and I have not seen footage. Okay, I haven't. I can't comment on things other than what's been said. So I have no witness, if you will, to what actually took place. But from what I've read, they're saying, yes, he was armed, and yes, he was acting in an aggressive manner, and the agent was, concerned for his life and the well-being of his fellow agents. So whether he was in an acting aggressively, whether he was told to drop his weapons, whether he was brandishing them at the time, I don't know.
No, I watched it. Now, I'm not judge and jury, but what had happened is they had shoved a woman. He was standing back recording on a phone and tried to help a woman up and maintained his phone in the other hand and put the other hand, right arm, straight up in the air and was helping the other woman up. And was he was pepper sprayed or whatever, maced or whatever they used, and then he was taken down. Now, the guy that actually shot him in the back of the head was actually helping engage with the woman, two other agents that were engaging with the woman. He turns around, removes his sidearm from his holster, and shoots the guy, and they proceed to shoot the guy 10 times. Now, I haven't seen anybody say, and even Noam, who called him a domestic terrorist, and so did Kash Patel, and that's ridiculous. Without an investigation, even being the results being outlined, she's going to call him a domestic terrorist.
Yep.
Nowhere have I seen that he drew his sidearm, that his concealed weapon that he had. So you cannot be shot just for carrying.
No, you cannot. And if it turns out in this investigation, and they're calling for a complete investigation, both sides, who's impartial in this? I have no idea who's going to do this investigation. But if this investigation finds that this was a criminal activity, then yes, he ought to. The agent should absolutely be prosecuted.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have as much opinion on good because I think there's a lot of gray area with the lady. But this guy, from a civil standpoint, in my opinion, is going to win big money, much like Randy Weaver won big money back in the incident happened in 92 at Ruby Ridge.
Yeah.
I believe this man's family is going to win civilly.
Okay.
But we'll just wait and see.
Yeah.
And as far as remote days, I don't think they should happen. I think instruction is better away from screen time. Let the kids go out, play in the snow. I did that with mine. They turned out fine. But we do with schools. Big problem is giving them 3 months off in the summer. I think we have to rearrange universally in our school systems how we do schools. That's just my opinion.
All right.
Because you're going to have time off with weather in the winter. So I just believe they should be at some point. I don't think it would hurt kids feeding them in the schools and educating them in the schools at some points during the summer. But that's just one man's opinion.
Gotcha. All righty.
Thank you.
Okay, Jay. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Hey, got to take a quick little break. We'll be right back after this, and together, you and I, we're going to finish out hour number 2 with more phone calls, 724-438-4593.
Attorney Anthony S. Dodola Jr., with offices at 51 South Street in the Webster Law Building and serving the legal needs of Fayette County since 1979, extends his best wishes to the teachers, staff, and students at our local Catholic schools as they celebrate Catholic Schools Week.
Gobble Catholic invites your family to become part of our Gator family. Join us Thursday, February 12th from 6 to 8 p.m. to learn how we integrate faith with rigorous academics while offering a multitude of athletics, clubs, and activities. Catholic schools in the Diocese of Greensburg are more affordable than you may realize. Come see how our faith-based school community shares your family's values. RSVP today to reserve your spot at our open house on February 12th, or to schedule a private tour, go to www.guyblecatholic.org and register. We look forward to meeting you.
That student announcement was brought to you by Attorney Anthony S. Dodola Jr., with offices located at 51 South Street in the Webster Law Building.
Looking to update your home? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We specialize in kitchen and bathroom remodels that transform your space from outdated to outstanding. Our designers work with you to create the look you've always wanted with custom cabinetry, countertops, and flooring options to fit your style and budget. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to plan your dream kitchen or bath. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to make your house feel like home.
There's only one best lunch spot in Uniontown. Titlow Tavern and Grill on West Main Street, serving 8-ounce Reubens, foot-long cheesesteaks and subs, half-pound handmade burgers, plus pizza, calzones, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads like Greek, antipasto, salmon, steak, and chicken. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday till 10, Saturday 2 to 10. Dinner and happy hour specials nightly, and private parties are welcome. Call 724-437-6749. Titlow Tavern and Grill.
Happy New Year! Go to 40 Uniontown and trade me in!
John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from your 7-time President Award-winning 40 Uniontown. Dominic, Happy New Year to you.
Hey, JC, to you as well. Let me tell you how we are going to get this new year started off right. Take up to $6,000 off MSRP on 2025 F-150 STX and take up to $4,000 off MSRP on 2026 Explorer.
Dang, Dom, that's a deal. Listen, we have great offers on all of our new models. And check this out, leasing is back. Lease offers have gotten significantly better, so stop, click, or call to get all of the details.
Pre-owned, you know we got them. We have over 60 in stock. Most are certified with factory warranty and competitive rates.
We are continuing to offer mobile service, online maintenance appointments, and our very popular pickup and delivery option. Your car knows, shouldn't you? That's Ford of Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's, or check us out at FordofUniontown.com. Offers include all applicable incentives. Sale ends February 2nd.
Chesler's Fine Furniture is having a floor sample bedroom suit blowout. That's right, prices on all bedroom suits in stock have been drastically reduced. Stop in and take advantage of top quality suits available at low prices and ready for immediate delivery. Select from a wide variety of styles, finishes, and name brands, including Von Bassett, Riverside, AWF, and Pulaski. Here is a sample of the savings you'll get. A Von Bassett 4-piece set in cherry solids and cherry veneers with a rustic finish on all drawer fronts. The bed is Amish styled with clean lines and simple angles. Price was $49.99.95, now is $36.99. If you want a rustic 4-piece set, select a honey pine finish group that was $35.99.95 and is now $25.99. A nice starter 3-piece group is sale priced at just $12.99. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 in Uniontown, where customers send their friends.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. We've got about 2 minutes left in today's show, so time for a little conversation. If you want to give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. That's the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. So, okay, again, I mentioned I have not seen footage of the second shooting. If how it's being relayed to me, the sequence of events, and if the investigation that is to take place corroborates that, then yes, I think there should be charges brought against those agents involved in the shooting. 10 shots seems a little excessive, but again, I wasn't there. The first one, having seen footage of it, it's my understanding, one, police were trying to arrest her. They had given her plenty of options to move along and get out of the way. At which point, at some point, it escalated to where they were trying to make an arrest, and that's when she started to take off. In that process, fleeing a police officer, she hit an officer with her car. State law in Minnesota allows an officer to defend himself in that exact situation. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of investigation in that. If that finds that he was wrong and he needs okay, so be it. But for me, on the surface, she made bad decisions, and she lost her life, and the officer involved, the ICE agents involved, were legally permitted to do what they did. Hey, we're done for the day. CBS News is next, followed by TJ at the Tone. It's going to be 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. The FBI has executed a search warrant at Fulton County's main election office just south of Atlanta. CBS has been told that the investigation is in connection with the 2020 election. CBS's Skylar Henry is outside the election building.
Federal agents have been inside of this building, which just opened back in 2023. Over the course of the day, far less officials here than earlier today, but now others throughout the county are starting to arrive. That includes the board chairman here, who we just saw walk into the building to essentially assess what's been happening.
The Federal Reserve is holding steady on interest rates, leaving them unchanged for now. Fed Chair Jerome Powell saying of employment,
the outlook for economic activity has clearly improved since the last meeting, and that should matter for labor demand and for employment over time.
Senators are on Capitol Hill trying to avoid another government shutdown. The deadline to pass the spending bill is Friday, and CBS's Caitlin Huey-Burns reports.
Democrats are now united around the fact that they won't support funding for the Department of Homeland Security unless it includes serious reforms to immigration enforcement. There have been proposals for things like requiring body cameras for ICE agents, requiring them to not wear masks, requiring governors and mayors and local officials to have more say and buy-in when it comes to ICE raids.
At least 41 deaths are blamed on the massive winter storm. Thousands in the South still don't have power, and now Mississippi officials are sending 135 snowplows to clear ice and snow that has caused huge traffic jams on I-55 and 22 in northern Mississippi. CBS's Stacey Lynn on the challenge for some college students in Virginia.
School was back open today at JMU in Harrisonburg, but for some who live off campus, it's been a struggle.
The main roads that lead to campus are blocked. I think that's why they expect us to go to school, but no one who lives in any off-campus housing can get out.
She said while the parking lot in her apartment community